How do you become a Canadian National Microsoft Office Specialist Champion? Well, first, you have to take a Microsoft Office Specialist Certification exam. This page right here gives a list of all the different programs you can take, but for this competition, it's only Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. You can take these certification exams usually at your high school or university. Certain ones will offer this program. You can also check if there's a official testing center nearby where you can also take these certification tests. Once you pass one, then you'll be automatically entered into a competition as long as you are in Canada and aged 13 to 22. CCI Learning sponsors students, which is super nice, great company. This year it's June 21st, 2022 for the Canadian Championships. And then if you win that, you get a free trip to the World Championships this year in Anaheim, California. So back to the certification exam. It is a 50 minute exam consisting of around 35 tasks that you have to perform. It might have changed format a bit, but that's how it was when I took it. So basically, it'll ask you to, for example, change the theme of a slide in PowerPoint, add animations, just do a variety of things. And you can learn more about these products by using a training software such as Jasper Active, which is created by CCI Learning. Very helpful, hands-on, practical, um, just practice. There are other ones as well, such as Geometrics you can use, but I would definitely consider using this unless you're like really experienced with using Word, Excel, or PowerPoint. Then you can just go right ahead and take the exam. Yeah, so 50-minute test, and you need a 70% score to pass. So that's the first task you need to pass, obviously. This might take a couple of times depending on your skill level and experience. Yeah, once you pass, you're entered into the competition. But to be competitive, the next step is to get a score of 100%. So this will take some time, obviously. Just have to take it again and again, go back to training software such as Jasper Active again, and just go through, make sure you know everything well, and eventually you'll get that 100% score. And then once you got that, then comes you want to get the fastest time possible. And this is just through repetition. So my strategy was there are several things you can do. The first thing is you need to know all the keyboard shortcuts. I've got some videos on my channel, playlist of a bunch of useful keyboard shortcuts. You should go through those and make sure you know pretty much every keyboard shortcut, especially specific to um, the exam. And you want to make sure they're good shortcuts. Sometimes it's faster to just right click, do something rather than hitting like 5 or 6 different keys. And then the next thing you can do is go through the exam in different order. So what I mean is, of course, you have to, some things depend on other things, but say it says to go to slide 5, then slide 1, then slide 3, then slide 2, for example. You'd want to just go 1, 2, 3, 5, all in a row. So you're going down these slides sequentially, because going back and forth, especially if there are two tasks on one slide, you want to make sure you do two at once instead of switching slides and going back and forth. That's a big time saver. And then next, you want to basically memorize the test, however you want to do that. Maybe it's just taking it a bunch of times. The tricky thing is usually the rotate exams, so it's not the same exam every time, obviously, or that'd be easy. They make it random so everyone doesn't have the same experience. But once you get back to that test you memorized in the rotation, then you can get a good time on that one, and then you can just go through the other ones as fast as you want. But you want to memorize that one specific exam that you're the most comfortable, that you get 100% every time, and it's the quickest and easiest. And you want to basically create a simulation. So open up a blank PowerPoint or PowerPoints and just make it similar to the real exam. Obviously, you can't perfectly replicate it, but have like the same pictures or objects on certain slides so you can go right through, and basically it's a practice exam, but it's pretty much the real thing. And you want to get like a stopwatch or something and time yourself going through each task, because that's just more efficient so you don't waste taking like so many exams. Um, so once you are really confident on this like demo practice um, like exam, then you can go back into the real thing and try to, yeah, get the best time as possible. So when I did it couple years or so ago, I got 2 minutes 45 seconds around there. So the best times are going to be around 3 minutes or so, depending on who else is competing that year. Um, but under 3 minutes, that should be, you should be fairly confident that you got a chance. Around 3 minutes or so should be good to get you to the Canadian Championships. Um, and yeah, that's my advice. It's a great opportunity. Um, there's no downside really, except some time it takes. But yeah, you get a good opportunity to compete with some of the other best people in Canada, um, and possibly get a free trip. Like, why wouldn't you want to do that? So any links I mentioned will be in the description, and good luck if you want to do this.